Their camera's off, but they're not muted.
Oh, okay, right.
One 18564, please tell us who you are.
Don't know.
1818.
Hold on. You will. Very simple.
Okay.
I'm gonna get out and
My hair does it look okay?
yeah.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Hello.
You're on camera. Hi, Gail. How are you? Good to see you.
Hey. Billy, do you want to join?
We're not muted.
Hi, Josh.
Good evening, everybody.
Josh is right next to me.
Good evening. Shabbat
Hi,
shalom.
Neil.
Neil, Shabbat shalom. Cheryl, Shabbat shalom.
Hi, Stuart.
Duke Leaksman,
Shabbat
how
shalom.
sunny Florida?
Who's in Florida?
Sue is.
We got somebody from Florida coming in. Who's there?
It's me, Sue
Sue
Gleason.
Gleaksman.
Oh, hello, hello, hello.
Hello, how'd you know I was from Florida? Does it say that?
No, I know you're in Florida.
No.
Right back.
Hi,
Hi,
Glenn.
Valentine's.
Hello.
Susan Burchard, hello.
Hi.
How are you? It's good to see you.
Good. How are you doing?
Josh and Ann, you're not in the same place.
We are. We're sitting next to each other on two different devices. Sometimes I need tech support.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hi, Pat. Shabbat shalom.
There's grid.
Cantor, it's been a busy week for you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
it's been a pleasure.
And you too, doing the tech stuff, but thank you.
All good. We're just
Put it
still
on the
waiting.
name.
And that is
Mhm.
I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself.
What has the news on?
More.
My computer fell down.
Trash. I was afraid it was you, Neil.
Pardon me,
Pat.
my computer fell off the table.
Forget it. I'm trying to find it. I don't know. More, it should be under more, right? No.
Hi, Joe and Ronnie.
Where is it?
How are you?
I can't.
Okay.
Here it is.
Four is back.
Maybe it's under settings. Leave meeting. Can we change settings?
What do you need to do? Oh, to change your name?
Hey, George.
Don't look like Leona, but I am George. Hi.
Hey, George.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. We just
Shabbat
had
shalom.
incredible. I'm sure this is what you guys are all talking. We had incredible Zoom Pesach services with our families from all over the country. It was fantastic.
Hey, Neil. We did too, including Israel. So
Wow.
Wow. Great.
It
We
was
did too,
midnight
from
in
sea to
Israel.
shining sea.
yeah, oh, for sure.
And beyond.
Neil, I love your mirror.
Thank you.
I'm going to go
Shabbat
through
shalom.
my picture.
Shabbat shalom, Andrea. How are you?
Yeah. This is just like, I love watching the newscasters and their living rooms, seeing everybody's artwork and sculpture, right? Isn't it great?
Yes.
It's one of my favorite things about teaching because I see all the kids in their natural habitats.
Really?
I have met more
Said
pets
hair.
the last
Natural
3 weeks of
habitat.
virtual
Sounds like
teaching.
Yes, I see a lot of
natural
pets.
habitat.
But
I
I
see
can't.
a lot of siblings.
Oh, yes. We had
She has
siblings,
art.
pets,
No,
parents,
with them.
it's all good.
He's met all of my math students because he always pops on while I'm teaching math. He participated in some of the math games. It's all good.
And Cantor, if I may say one more thank you to you. I watched your Seder, how to hold a Seder instruction, and it was fantastic. Thank you very, very much.
So glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, fantastically.
Rachel, how are you?
It's an award-winning production.
Good, thank you. I don't know who asked.
It is an award winner. Anna's controlling everything.
Yeah, she is okay. It's what she does best.
It plays into all my fantasies.
I'm with you, sister.
Although it's a little unnerving, I can't mute my family in real life.
Your story.
Good one. You on? Josh is on. Josh heard that.
And first and foremost, is everybody okay? Is everybody holding up? And hopefully there is no.
I didn't change the name.
Hi, Seth.
Hi.
We're doing great, George. Thank you for thinking of that.
We're not having much success.
Telephone.
Can't make it.
Yeah, let's just sit here.
We'll just have to switch seats. Oh, no,
With the sound,
I hear.
I don't hear anything.
Sounds of silence.
We'll start in a few minutes.
And Charlotte was so confused tonight whether to get her Shabbat candles or her Seder candles. She was like beside herself. She didn't know
I'm
what
in
to do.
the same issue at my house.
Yeah, in my house, they're the same thing. See, no
Say in my
problem.
house, they're the
Well,
same.
ours are also, but she's got a wooden Shabbat
Okay,
set,
don't worry
a wooden
about it.
Passover set, so she didn't know which ones to use. Gotcha,
There we
gotcha.
go.
Oh, is everyone still eating leftovers from Seder?
Yes. We finished the chicken
I
soup.
could not get a hold of a brisket, so it didn't happen for us.
Chicken
The brisket part didn't happen, but
Of course, all of us are programmed to cook for 10 or 15. Do you just go ahead and do it anyway?
These people.
How many days till we get back to Chinese food now?
leftovers from their Seder.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't get
Well, that's why we count the oven.
Count the oven.
Hello, Orly.
We heard you.
I'll do it later.
I know who it is.
Yeah, we're on video. Yes, we have sound. We're not muted.
One's on video and everyone has sound right now.
Nice. Hi, Lori.
Ellie.
Hi.
Hi, Lori.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Lori.
Hello.
Hello.
Sharon?
Yes.
Thought the Seder was very, very good last night. Very nice.
That was wonderful.
We're so glad you enjoyed.
Really? You're gonna come sit here? Get enough.
I think we're gonna use that Haggadah for our Seder next year. in
Already
person.
did.
Yeah, I like that Haggadah too.
Okay.
Right.
I'm here.
Hi.
Hi again.
Hi again.
03.
Hi, Lois.
Just wait 2 more minutes, everyone.
Hi, Ann.
Hello.
Hi, Adria.
Hello.
Hey, Ellie.
Everybody doing
Oh,
okay?
Ellie's here.
Hi. Hello.
Oh. Hi, Adria. Hello.
Hello.
Josh is in another room.
He's right next to me. We're just on 2 different devices.
Okay.
Social distancing, huh?
Yeah.
Hi, Mark.
You there?
A lot of people. Great. Hi, Dan. Hi, Robin.
Put my name in.
Hi, Mark.
You even have to put nice clothes on.
Okay, ready, Cantor?
Hi, Mark.
Change anything.
Hey, how are you? Hey, Mark.
Right, we're getting muted, huh?
I had
Hi, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. I have muted everyone. If you are on the phone, you need to mute yourself. It's *6 to do that. And we are just so excited to have you here this evening. If you have any questions, please type in the chat, and you all have the ability to unmute yourselves. Enjoy Cantor.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's so wonderful to have you all with us in this this new normal for the time being. We'll have more to say about that later. But welcome, everyone, and Shabbat Shalom. We're going to begin with Olam Chesed Yibaneh. And if you don't remember how this goes, it's really easy. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, yalalai, la, 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 la. Try that. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, yalalai, la, 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 la. Then the second part. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, yalalai, la, 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 la. That's all it is. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, yalalai, la, 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 la. I will build this world. I will build this world from love. Yalalai, la, 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 la. And you must build. Must build this world from love. Yalalai, la, 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 la. And if we build this world from love, yalalai, la, 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 and God will build. God will build this world from love. Yalalai, la, 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 la. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, 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 yalalai, la, 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 la. Again, Shabbat Shalom to everyone, and thank you for joining us. If you have candles handy, please light them with us. And if not, well, here we go. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, זיכרון למעשה בראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר יציאת מצרים, כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. And then we'll continue with Lecha Dodi. When we get to the last verse, you are welcome to face the entrance of your space of worship. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, אין שבת נקבלה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, אין שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, שם ותפארת ונתינה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, אין שבת נקבלה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, אין שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, אין שבת נקבלה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, אין שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי בעורך ומי אורי, אורי אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני אלייך נגלה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, אין שבת נקבלה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, אין שבת נקבלה. אוי בשלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי כלה, בואי כלה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, אין שבת נקבלה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה, אין שבת נקבלה. Please take a moment before we continue to wish each other Shabbat Shalom. I guess as we're gonna stay muted so we can wish each other Shabbat Shalom in the chat box. But I'll give everyone just a moment because I know people joined since we started and I want to make sure everybody feels welcome. We'll continue with Chatzi Kaddish. Please join me. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, זלמה דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעלם עולם מעלמיה יתברך, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי קודשה בריחו. אלא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, ושבחתה ונחמתה, להמירן בעלמה, אמרו Amen. All right, and if you can, I'd like to ask, please If you are not muted, please mute yourself because we want you to sing along, but Zoom makes it very difficult to hear each other because of the delay. So it's much better if you mute yourself and sing along that way. ונשמח בדברי תורתך, מצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו לאורך ימינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, נגע יומם ולילה. ואהבתך תשים ממנו לעולמי, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works, the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. La 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 וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבת על מזוזות ביתך, על מזוזות ביתך, ובשעריך. תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Continue with a prayer for wholeness. May God let us lie down tonight in peace and raise us up tomorrow. Who's ready to have a little fun? Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city, but prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך חוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדום מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. Baruch atah Adonai mechayei hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalalucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. And now at this point in every Shabbat service, we take a moment to give thanks. It's a difficult time, more about that later, but still there's plenty for which we can be thankful. So please use the chat box and just let everybody know in a few words what we're feeling thankful for on this Shabbat.
People are thankful for spring break. The Beals are thankful for our community, a fridge full of food, health, being employed, family is well. Our blessings are abundant.
And I will add to that, after this last week, I am so thankful that despite the need to be physically distant, that we can still gather like this. Modim anachnu lach, modim anachnu lach. We give thanks to you. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Hasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Hasim Le'olam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Hasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Hasim Le'olam. Tov Melecha Levadei et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Hasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Hasim Le'olam. Baruch atah Adonai, המברך את עמו ישראל, השלום. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Hasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Hasim Le'olam. Hasim Le'olam. Hasim Le'olam. And now we take just a moment to pray in silence, prayers of our own hearts. רצונים רפים ויון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי אדוני צורי וגואלי And now our prayer for healing. Again, if there are people that you would like to name, please use the chat box. And to the names that we have in the chat box, we'll add this week Rhoda Schwartz, Arlene Grable, Teddy Molaski, Nathan Hecker, Claire Meyer, William Jack Isola, Steve Bizanoff, Marion Berman, Mary Jantis, Ginny Gittleman, Matt Nelson, Betty Abramowitz, Lisa Garwood, Marvin Lazarowitz, Marsha Lammel, Shannon Siegler, Tiffany White, Alana Berlinger, and Eileen Applebaum. For all those people, for the people named in the chat box, for everyone who is in need of healing, healing of body, mind, spirit, we join in this prayer for healing. רפאנו אדוני ונרפא, הושיענו ונבקע, אל נשוב לכל קרב, אך קרוב לרעם ישוב. We pray for healing of the body. We pray for healing of the soul. For strength of flesh and mind and spirit, we pray to once again be whole. Hail Narifana, oh please heal us now. Refuat ha'nefesh, refuat ha'guf, refuat shlema. Hail oh, please heal us now. Refuat ha'nefesh, refuat ha'guf, refuat shlema. Heal us now. Heal us now. הושיע את עמך, ברך את נחלתך, וראה ונשם עד העולם. מי שברך אבותינו, מי שברך אימותינו, אנא אדוני הושיענה. We pray for healing of our people. We pray for healing of the land and peace for every race and nation, every child, So it has been said that the world becomes a little more redeemed every time a person quotes a teaching in the name of the teacher. And so I want to tell you that I stole most of this idea from Rabbi Jade Shank Ross. I read a beautiful paper by Rabbi Ross this week, where she started with the words of the Naomi Shemer song, Al Kol Ele. Every bee that brings the honey needs a sting to be complete, and we all must learn to taste the bitter with the sweet. For the sake of all these things, God, let your mercy be complete. Bless the sting and bless the honey. Bless the bitter and the sweet. All right, that by itself is such a beautiful idea. But I think the brilliance of Rabbi Ross is applying that lyric to our current situation and to the holiday that we're in the midst of now, because it's certainly a bittersweet holiday for most of us. Family members we can only see virtually, all the uncertainty, the shortages, everything just seems so out of our control. But what's really interesting, you probably noticed during the Amida, we turned a corner this week. Up until this Shabbat, we have had the insertion in the Givurot for the wintertime. Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem. And we've just been doing it for so long that it's kind of ingrained, and it really came as a surprise to me, as well as I hope to you, when we had this summertime insertion all of a sudden, because this liturgy changes during the festival of Pesach. So instead we get Morid Hatal, may God bring the dew, because in the land of Israel in the summertime, there's no rain ever. There's never a cloud in the sky. It's always blue. And so the only source of moisture that you get is the little dew in the morning. So in our liturgy, we've turned the corner, and we all know, as hard as it can be to believe at the moment, that this situation that we're in will turn a corner as well. We're just waiting for that to happen. We're going to get through this, and we're going to get through this together. Even if together looks a little bit different right now, we're going to get through this together. Harkening back to Rabbi Beal's High Holy Day sermon, Gamze Ya'avor, this too shall pass. For centuries at our Seder, we have opened the door for Elijah. And the funny thing is that for centuries, we've been opening the door for Elijah, and who's not there? Elijah. So in the classic Jewish approach to the study of any text is to ask, what are we meant to learn from this? So the question that I have for you, and I'm going to give you just a moment to think about it, is what are we supposed to learn from this? That every Pesach we open the door for Elijah, and Elijah isn't there. Okay, that's moment enough. Is the lesson that Elijah isn't coming at all? Is the lesson that someday Elijah will come? I mean, if the lesson is that Elijah is not coming, we've been pretty slow to catch on. No, I don't think that's the lesson here. Rabbi Ross believes, and I quite agree, that the thing we're meant to learn from this is that we must keep opening the door. In bondage and in freedom, in times of comfort and in times of danger, in affluent suburbs and even in Nazi concentration camps, and yes, even during a plague, we open the door for Elijah. The message is that no matter how dark, no matter how hopeless things seem, still, we open a door. In Rabbi Ross's words, together, let us bless the unknown and the hope, the narrow places and the open doors, the bitter and the sweet. And so every year we're reminded that it's our job and our responsibility to bring hope to the world. That's the lesson of opening the door for Elijah. It's our responsibility to bring hope into the world. Our concluding prayers begin with the word Aleinu. And that word means literally, it's on us. It seems appropriate that at the end of the service, we bring our attention back to our responsibility, to our Creator, and to our world. Please join me. Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. And now our thoughts turn to those who are no longer with us. In this moment of memory, we remember one who was lost this week, Ruth Abramson, the grandmother of Marshall Kisner. One who died recently, Marilyn Garwood, mother of Stephen Garwood. And those for whom we are in the period of Shloshim, Bob Lippman, cousin of Paul and Amy Silverstein, Anita Hammond, aunt of Don Leibowitz, and Vincent Bucciati, father of Joseph Bucciati and grandfather of Rachel Bucciati. We also remember at this time those whose yahrzeit we observe this week: Edith Hyman, Molly Blumberg, Lawrence Pasadora, Sam Goldberg, Lydia Polarotsky, Jesse Gleeksman, Pauline Gordon, Elliot Ross, Erwin Markman, Warren Cross, Raymond Snyder, Sam Litwin, Lillian Frankel, Louis Pulaski, Irene Soffin, Samford Newman, Paul Tandler, Solomon Purr, Harry Roberts, Harold Dean, Esther Schwartz, Lloyd Sarfati, Eileen Stoller, Allison Hamilton, Nathan Sukanik, Morton Carlin, Sheldon Sabbath, Tessie Weisberg, Abraham Cohen, Irving Greenberg, Lillian Connor, Altha Berkowitz-Drescher, Max Whitman. We take them, all of these, into our hearts with our own, as we join together in the words of Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divra chilutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'vyomechon, u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yeh shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lalmei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha barichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlam rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav Uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, amen. We'll conclude this evening with a prayer for strength and peace. Adonai oz la'amo yitain. May God give strength to our people. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. May God bless our people with peace. Adonai oz lamo yitim. Adonai oz lamo yitim. Adonai oz lamo yitim. Adonai yivarech et amo. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Adonai oz lamo yitin. Adonai oz lamo yitin. Adonai oz lamo yitin. Adonai yivarech et amo.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Stay safe, everybody.
We can all see each other.
Thank you.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom, everyone.
Shalom.
So
Healthy.
before I sign off,
This was great.
Where is it?
Let's watch the Indiana video. Watch the
Oh.
Good night, everybody.
so before we sign off, I did want to, I wanted everybody to be able to say Shabbat Shalom, but I would like to give you all a blessing. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you with good and keep you safe. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. May God be with you and be kind to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha. V'yasem lecha shalom, shalom. May you always know that God is close, and may God give you the gift of peace. Shabbat shalom.
Thank you, Cantor. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Thank you, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Thank you, Cantor.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you, Cantor. Thank you, Ann.
Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Cantor.
Thanks, Ann.
Laila Tov, everyone.
Sorry, you see me?
I think I have the same candles.
tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Cantor, also thank Rachel, please, for joining us.
Oh, I
Yes,
will.
indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Although she deserted
Yes,
us.
absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
Beautiful.
Good night.
Night.
Good night,
Stay well,
everyone.
everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Good night, everyone.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Mom.
Shabbat shalom. Bye.
Love you.
Shabbat shalom.
You too.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
I want to end the meeting for everyone. Oh, I can't. I'm not the host.
All right. Good night, everyone.